Hey everyone, this is NHL News Reports. Welcome back to the video, and today we're talking about a redraft deal. This is 2019 NHL draft. As you see, the headline here is Jack Hughes, Capo Caco, Kobe Doc, to the Devils, Rangers, and Blackhawks. And we're going to talk about it. Some players have been traded to other teams. Some have been better than others, and some have moved up. Some have moved down. So that's what we're going to do here today. I know it's 2019, now it's starting to look like, hey, this is going to be a really good player. This one, I don't know, looks like a bust. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. This is actually a pretty good group overall, but it's going to be tough still. But let's get into it. Starting off at number 1, and then I'm going to go through them all. In purple is going to be the new correction of what I would say comes next. But starting off, number 1, obviously, first overall, Jack Hughes goes to the Devils. Number 2 is the Rangers. Capo Caco goes to the Rangers at number 2 overall. Third overall is Kobe Doc to the Blackhawks. Fourth overall is the Avalanche, Bowen Byram. Fifth overall is Alex Turcotte to the LA Kings. Sixth overall is the Red Wings with Mort Seider. 7th overall is Dylan Cousins to the Buffalo Sabres. 8th overall is the Oilers with Philip Broberg. 9th overall is the Ducks with Trevor Zegras. 10th overall is Vasily Podkolzin to the Vancouver Canucks. 11th overall is the Coyotes with Victor Soderstrom. 12th overall is the Minnesota Wild with Matthew Boldy. 13th overall is the Florida Panthers with Spencer Knight. 14th overall is Cam York to the Philadelphia Flyers, and lastly at 15th overall is the Montreal Canadiens with Cole Caulfield. We are only doing the 15 overall, all the way to 15. We'll do up to 31 one day, but today we're just doing top 15 redraft, and yeah, let's get right into it. Starting off here with Jack Hughes. I don't think we can debate anything, but Jack Hughes is definitely going back to the Devils. Jack Hughes. Staying with the Devils for sure. Moving on now to number 2. This one's a tricky one. I don't know if I'm going to pick Jack Hughes this time to go to the Rangers here. I think I'm going to pick someone else. Sorry about the shakiness for a second there. Capo Caco, I'm going to say, does not go to the Rangers for this one. Who can I pick? I'm looking. Charles Zegras is definitely one to think about. Dylan Cousin, Cole Caulfield, Matthew Boldy, Mort Seider. But the one that really comes to my mind, it's got to be Charles Zegras. Charles Zegras goes 2nd overall to the New York Rangers. Just imagine if Charles Zegras was part of the Rangers. It would just be unbelievable with Zibanejad, Panarin, Kreider, Zegras, add that in the mix, just be unbelievable. Obviously, he went to Anaheim, but Charles Zegras, just unbelievable skill. And yeah, he would be going 2nd overall for sure. Moving down, Capo Caco, we'll see how far down he does drop here. Going on to 3rd overall here, obviously Kobe Doc is with the Habs now, but who will they pick instead? I'm thinking about Mort Seider right now. I'm thinking about Cole Caulfield at this point, Matthew Boldy, but Dylan Cousins. But you know what? For me, I think I'm gonna go with Seider here. I'm gonna pick Mort Seider going 3rd overall to the Hawks. This is a really fantastic pick by Steve Yzerman. Steve Yzerman picked him going 6th overall. People did not like that at the moment. At that time in 2019, but now Steve Yzerman looks like a genius. Pick him 6th overall. He was going to go in like 20th. I saw a lot of people picking Pittsburgh, picking him in 20th overall, which would have been fantastic for the Penguins. But absolutely, Mort Seider is a fantastic German defenseman, and he goes to the Hawks at number 3. Moving on, number 4, Colorado. So we have Capo Caco, Kobe Doc, who do drop in this draft. So far, we have Jack Hughes, Trevor Zegras, Mort Seider. I'm going to go with Dylan Cousins to the Avalanche. What a great second line guy this could be, right behind Nathan McKinnon. This would be a fantastic one. Great second line, 1-2 punch there between McKinnon and Cousins. Definitely looking for a guy like that. Obviously, they brought in Ryan Johansson this offseason, but looking at Dylan Cousins would be fantastic. Even though Bowen Byron's been pretty good for them, Dylan Cousins, definitely fantastic center. It's going to be great for Buffalo for a very long time. Moving on now. Who goes next? Man, I'm thinking about Boldy to the Kings. Man, should I pick Caulfield? Oh, man. What do? Matthew Boldy or Cole Caulfield? Thinking about going Boldy to the Kings here. Or Caulfield to the Kings. Man. That's a tough one. Man. You know what? I'm going to go Matthew Boldy to the Kings. Matthew Boldy goes to the Los Angeles Kings. He's a fantastic player. He signed his long-term deal with Minnesota already. Just such a good top six guy, top line, offensive goal scorer for the Avalanche. They definitely need it. This team is fantastic with Boldy. And if the Kings sign him, man, that would be fantastic. Bingo. Alex Turcotte has not panned out to be the guy they wanted, or he's really just taking a long time at this point. So, moving on now to the Red Wings. Thinking about who has dropped. Kaapo Kakko, could be Doc. Trying to think, who can we have here? Cole Caulfield, I feel like should go next. I think I'm going with Cole Caulfield. Just can't drop any farther than this. I mean, go up, you know, obviously he did drop in the actual draft, but like, Cole Caulfield definitely, to me, it's got to at least go next. Cole Caulfield to the Detroit Red Wings. Just unbelievable sniper. You know, he had a shoulder injury, which prevented him getting 30, 40, maybe even 50 goals. But next year, he could, you know, get 40, 50 goals easily for him. Caulfield is a fantastic sniper. He just can score. Has a great wrist shot, great actually slap shot. I've seen too. But just, I know slap shot, it's not really much of a thing as it used to be, but man, he has a great one-timer also. Just great on the power play and just scores goals. That's what he does. Small, but he scores goals. Moving on now to the Buffalo Sabres. Obviously, the best players have gone from them is Dylan Cousins. So, you know what? I have a good one here. Could be Doc. Let's go for Kirby Doc in here. Kirby Doc has had a really good bounce back year with the Montreal Canadiens this year after being traded from Chicago to Montreal. Kirby Doc is really fitting fantastic. He's playing as one of those core guys from Montreal now, and he's going to be there for a while. Kirby Doc is just, he's big. He has some stick handling to him too. Just a really good player. And Buffalo would love to have him too. So, Kirby Doc to the Buffalo Sabres. Alright, who do we have left here? Starting to get, you know, the skill dropping here. Yeah, Turcotte, yeah, Byron, Kaapo Kakko. I'm going to go Kaapo Kakko here. I think I don't want to drop him too much. I know he hasn't been the guy that everyone expected him to be, but like, some people think they should give up on this guy. But Kaapo Kakko, at his time, he was playing with men before he was drafted. Really looking like a fantastic pick. But hey, Kaapo Kakko probably needs to change the scenery eventually. Probably give him another year, see how he does. But he probably needs another change of scenery here. Maybe the Oilers have Kaapo Kakko play with McDavid, man. That would be great, right? Hopefully great. Moving on now here to the Anaheim Ducks. Obviously they drafted Zegras. They're not going to happen this time. Who do we have left? Man, I'm going for Bowen Byron, I feel like. It's got to be Bowen Byron. Bowen Byron, we have Cam York, Victor Soderstrom, Vasily Podkolzin. Oh, man. Turcotte, Broberg. You know what? I think I'm going to go, it's got to be Bowen Byron to the Ducks. The Ducks definitely could use some defense. Even though, like I said, Zegras is definitely fantastic. But Bowen Byron, he won a cup of the with the Avalanche, and before in the OHL, I think it's Vancouver Giants, wasn't he with them? Oh, not Vancouver Giants. I don't know what team he was in the OHL, something like that. He played really well. Great defenseman. He's really turned to be a really good defenseman. Just signed a 2-year deal with the Avalanche, but he's just such a good, potentially even better as he gets into his prime for sure. And the Ducks were gonna, even if the Ducks picked by him now, that's still a really good pick for them. Moving on now here to the Canucks. They picked previously Vasily Podkolzin. Who do we pick? I have a feeling I'm not gonna go back with Vasily Podkolzin. Should I go with a goalie this time, Spencer Knight? I could. Alex Turcotte. All right, we got Jack Hughes, Capo Caco, Doc, Byron. What's left in the top 5 is Alex Turcotte. We haven't picked yet. I feel like I'm gonna pick Vasily Podkolzin here, but maybe I shouldn't pick Spencer Knight. I'm gonna go with Spencer Knight here. Spencer Knight. Spencer Knight's definitely a good goalie. Takes time for goaltending. They start to look good around 23, 24. The prime start to really become great around 26, 27. They just bloom late. But Spencer Knight has been pretty good. I know he went through that player assistant program. Should be back for next year. This is probably why he has dropped. Maybe he would be around here more, but he has dropped because of that player assistant program he's been in the last second half of the year. And his numbers have not been the best this year either. Moving on now to the Coyotes, I think I have to pick you. Podkolzin. I think I'm going to pick Vasily Podkolzin to go to the Colorado Avalanche. I don't think I have any other chance, but not to put him here. Vasily Podkolzin, definitely a great goal scorer. To me, he has dropped in the draft. I remember when it happened, I was like, man, I was thinking he would go to the Kings. Podkolzin, him, Caulfield, obviously both of them dropped. Podkolzin's still trying to get himself together. Maybe next year will be a good breakout season. I would love to see that from Podkolzin, but Podkolzin's definitely a good goal scorer, Russian goal scorer for sure. Moving on, I think this is the point I have to take Alex Turcotte at this point. I know I dropped him a lot, but he's really just trying to get used to the pro level still. Who do I have left? Broberg. I think I'm going to go with Philip Broberg here, actually. Philip Broberg. He's a good defenseman, still trying to learn. Pro hockey heel, AHL, NHL, back and forth. Broberg's a good player for the Oilers. Next year might be a really good year when he gets more time in the NHL than he did last year. But definitely Broberg could be interesting. I think now I'm going to have to put, Cam York. Maybe I'm going to go with Cam York. Oh, man. York, Soderstrom. I have to go with Cam York here. I think I dropped York a little tad. Maybe York's supposed to go right here or here, but York, I'm going to put the Panthers. Definitely the Panthers would like to have him, even though they got Knight. Pretty good there too, either way. Moving on now. Soderstrom, we got left here. Victor Soderstrom, and who else do we have? Turcotte, that's right. I think I'm going to go with Alex Turcotte to the Flyers. Alex Turcotte played fantastic in the U.S. development program. Cole Caulfield was there. Cam York was here. Spencer Knight, Jack Hughes. Who else? Trevor Zegras, Cole Caulfield. I can name a bunch. But definitely a fantastic team in the U.S. development program they had. Just such a good team. And, Turcotte was part of that, but just hasn't become the guy like the other guys have. Moving on to the last but not least, we have is Victor Soderstrom. Victor Soderstrom is a good defenseman, but he's taking his time to learn. I have to also say that the Coyotes have been a rebuilding team ever since they got him, but still kind of trying to work with him. He could be a solid defenseman on that third pairing, maybe second pairing, maybe second pairing. So that's why he went 15th overall. But that's what we have. Just to review what we got for our redraft. Jack Hughes, first overall, does not change. Everything else is not. We don't have any same picks here. Besides number 1, I was going to put Paul Colson back to the Canucks, but I did pick Spencer Knight there. But going back to it, alright, Devils, the first overall gets Jack Hughes. Second overall, the Rangers pick Trevor Zegras. Third overall, the Hawks pick Mort Seidel. Fourth overall, the Avalanche pick Dylan Cousins. Fifth overall, the Kings pick Matthew Boldy. Sixth overall, the Red Wings pick Cole Caulfield. Seventh overall, the Sabres pick Kirby Dach. Eighth overall, the Oilers pick Capo Caco. Ninth overall, the Ducks pick Bowen Byram. 10th overall, the Canucks pick Spencer Knight. 11th overall for the Coyotes is Vasily Podkolzin. 12th overall for the Wild is Phil Broberg. 13th overall for the Panthers is Cam York. 14th overall for the Flyers is Alex Turcotte. And 5th overall for the Montreal Canadiens is Victor Soderstrom. So that's everything. Some guys moved up a lot, some guys moved down a little bit too, right? Turcotte obviously dropped the most from 5th to 14th. Cam York moved up 1. Broberg fell a little. Caulfield moved from 15 to 6, where he's supposed to be drafted. Seidel moved from 6 to 3. Dach fell to 7, but still a great player. Capo Caco fell to 8. Boldy moved up from 12 to 5. And Dylan Cousins moved from 7 to 4. So, you have some guys here. Very interesting. I'm going to do 2020. I feel like I'm going to do 2020 next. And then I'll go back to some other ones too. But do 2022. I could also do that. 2023 is a little too early for me to do anything. Maybe I will just as a fun one. But hey, never know. We'll see how things work. And thank you for watching. And support. See you next video. Bye.